Welcome back. We'll start with a new topic, school health services. School is a setting that plays an important role in the physical, emotional, social, and mental development of the children. That's why in the school, holistic development of the child takes place. Holistic means the entire development, like physical, emotional, social, mental, spiritual, everything. It's a personal health service and provides an opportunity to help millions of young people to acquire health, supportive knowledge, values, attitudes, and behavior. So, million of the young people or young children will learn about the knowledge, certain health knowledge, values, attitude, and the behavior. Also influences health behavior of the children, their families, and community. Okay, this education will influence the behavior of the health behavior of the children and their families and community. School health services is an economical and powerful means of raising community health. So, by school health services or a school health education program, we can give the community about economical, powerful means of raising the community health. In past 8 decades, the service has developed from narrower concept of health examination to comprehensive health care and well-being of children throughout the school years. So here, not just the health examination during the certain period, it's a holistic development and it's a complete health care throughout the year. When we look into the history, in 1909, medical examination of school children in Baroda city it is started. In 1946, Board Committee reported on non-existence of adequate school health facilities. In 1953, the Secondary Education Committee stressed on the need for the regular examination and school feeding program. In 1960, constitution of School Health Committee at village, state, national level to assess health and nutrition of school children. FIP, that is Initiative for School Health Feeding Program by many states. And 1963, the National School Health Council has been established to plan and organize school children's health care. This was the history before the school health services started. So, what are the health problems of the school child? It includes malnutrition, infectious disease, intestinal parasites, diseases of skin, eye, and ear, and dental caries. So, what is the objective? General objective is to provide comprehensive health care to school students in order to prepare them physically, mentally, and socially. And specific objective: promotion of positive health, prevention of diseases, early diagnosis, treatment, and follow-up defects, awakening health consciousness in children, provision of healthful environment. So, what are the aspects of school health services? First one is health appraisal. Here, periodic medical examination of the child is done. That is, at the entry to the school and after 4 years and yearly it should be done. When we do screening of children, it should include height and weight, routine examination of blood and urine, acuity of vision, how the vision is working, hearing, skin condition, and intestinal worms. And medical examination of the school personnel also to be done, that is teachers and the other personnel, and daily morning inspection to be done. What are the remedial measures and the follow-up? Here, special clinics should be conducted in the health units for school children. That is from the PHCs, they will conduct the school health programs. Selected health units or a school should be arranged for about 5,000 children in urban areas. Selected health unit or the school can be arranged for the urban area children. It's around 5,000 children for the health care and the health service program. Results are recorded in the health record and parents should be advised regarding the remedial actions. If anything changes occur or if the children is having any conditions, then it should be notified to the parents and ask them to follow up with the medical personnel. Referral hospital must provide for beds for children who are admitted and provide relevant treatment. Referral hospital to be included here because it coming under the school health program. When the children is referred, he should be getting the proper bed and the facilities in the hospital. Prevention of communicable diseases by immunization is the most emphasized function of school health services. So, in school health services, immunization is the main intention, and it should be the main cause. Helpful school environment should satisfactory toilet facilities. It should have satisfactory toilet facilities. Should have pure water supply, good lighting and ventilation, clean environment, restroom and playground, and suitable chairs and desks. And the location, it should be away from busy places, keep free from all the hazards. And site, suitable island with proper drainage. Land area to be 10 acres for high schools and 5 acres for primary schools, and additional 1 acre per 100 students. This is a site. And playground, for a primary school it should be 0.5 to 1 acre, and for a secondary school it should be 5 to 14 acres. Infrastructure, nursery and secondary school building should be single storied, and the exterior walls about 10-inch thick and heat resistance. The walls, whatever we are building, should be 10-inch thick and heat resistant. The classroom, veranda should be attached to the classroom. Maximum accommodation of 40 students per classroom. Okay, more than should not be accommodating. Height of the classroom about 12 feet. Room soundproof and dustproof, and floor should be smooth. Area not less than 480 square feet. Floor space 10 square feet per children. And furniture, preferably single desk and chair should be provided. The seat should take 2 by third of the child's thigh, and the desk should be minus type with proper back rest. And doors and windows, combined area should be at least 25% of floor area. Windows broad and located at 2.6 from floor, that is 2 feet 6 inches. Cross ventilation is a mandate. Ventilator area at least 2% of floor area. This cross ventilation, everything we have studied already. And color of the wall preferably white and lightning, sufficient natural light and preferably from the left. Water supply, independent source of safe and potable water supply should be there. Containers and distributed from taps. And eating facilities, vendors not approved should not be allowed inside school premises. Whoever not allowed, they should be restricted. Separate rooms for midday meal to be located. And toilet facilities, for 100 pupils, one pan should be there, and one urinal for 60 students. Arrangement should be separately made for boys and girls. And nutrition services, School Health Committee that was started in 1961 recommended that school children should be assured for at least on nutritional meal, and midday meal supplementary but not substitute, operational since 1961 under Ministry of Education, Government of India. And the Government of India, Ministry of Education started midday meal program in 1961. It is just substitute. It's just supplementary, but it's not a substitute of home nutrition. Children provided with 1 by 3rd of calorie and half of protein requirement in school. Okay, total calorie requirement is 3. Then 1 by 3 is given in the school, and if the protein requirement is 1, then half of the protein requirement is given in the school. Applied nutrition program with the assistance of UNICEF advocates developing school gardens. Okay, under UNICEF, so the program is a applied nutrition program. Under this, it should be noted that there should be a school garden and having vegetable to be grown by the students. Measures should be taken to combat nutritional deficiency by providing specific nutrients to the children. First aid and emergency care, teachers should be trained during teachers training program or in-service training program. Okay, there will be in-service training program. Here the teachers will be trained regarding the health issues and the emergency care. And mental first aid box should be made available. And mental health, the teachers should help children in attaining a positive mental health among the learners. There should be a positive environment around the children, and suitably modify learning strategies, incentives, rest, relaxation between periods of intense work. There should be rest and relaxation between the period, so there will be no mental agitation to the child. Instituting vocational counselors and psychologists in school to guide children into their careers. We can call the psychologist or counselor to guide them regarding their career. Dental health. Dental hygienists and dentists are to be employed. Provision for dental examination at least once a year should be made. During the dental checkup should focus on prophylactic cleansing and dental hygiene. Okay, regarding the prophylactic cleansing and the dental hygiene, the care should be taken and the education can be given to the children. Eye health services, teacher to be trained to detect reflective errors, squints and amblyopia, eye infections, and if anything is there, you can refer it to the treatment or the hospital. Vitamin E administration should be done in the schools. Health education, this should aim at imparting desirable changes among the students. It includes health education includes personal hygiene, environment, family health. So personal hygiene includes care of skin, hair, teeth, nails, etc. And attention regarding the posture, how to sit, how to stand, like that. And environmental health, encourage to part in health activities, visit to community health programs, and participation in community action programs. Okay, they should participate in the community health programs. And family health, education regarding the reproductive health, life should be provided from the very beginning. Okay? The education regarding the reproductive health can be given from the school age itself. And education of handicapped children, education of handicapped children, your ultimate goal is to assist the special child and his family to achieve maximum potential, to lead a normal life, to become as independent as possible, to become a productive and self-supporting member of the society. This is the main intention of education to the special child and his family. And this is done in a coordinated manner from the family, child, and the teachers. School health record, cumulative health records providing pertinent information, health supervision tool, also serves as tool to evaluate the school health services. So, whatever the services given in the school and how the health record of the child, everything will be given or evaluated through the school health record. School health administration. School health in India is under the Department of Health and Education. School Health Committee, which was started in 1961, recommended school health services to be integral part of general health services. As general health services is represented by primary health centers, SHS, that is school health services, is essentially an important function of the PHC. So, school health committee explain that SHS, that is school health administration, is an important part of the PHC programs. And primary health centers request a full-time medical officer to cover 5,000 to 6,000 children in a year. And school health committee, it started in 1961, recommends formation of SHCs at village, state and national level to mobilize community resources and make SHP sustainable. That is school health program sustainable. There should be sustainable development of the children. And the National School Health Council will be an advisory and coordinating body. There should be a council that should be advising and the coordinating body to the school health committee from the school. So that's what about the school health services. We'll see in the next chapter. Thank you.